I think it's safe to say that Volkswagen is a car company that's in a lot of trouble. About 800,000 cars are being recalled in the US alone. Now, last year we had the pleasure of driving a GTD, basically a GTI with a diesel engine. That was a Euro-Spec vehicle, a vehicle we don't get here, and I can pretty much assure you we're not going to get anytime soon. In fact, I don't know if diesel is going to be part of Volkswagen's future, but this might be. So this is a GTE. So think GTI, plug-in hybrid. So that's what we have here. Under the hood is a 1.4 liter turbocharged four-cylinder engine that produces about 140 horsepower. Add the electric motor to it and you have 201 net horsepower, 258 pound-feet of torque, and that's made it to a 6-speed dual clutch. So it's a lot of fun to drive. As great as all that sounds, 0 to 60 about 7.5 seconds. Not quite GTI numbers, but it makes a lot of sense and gives you a glimpse into probably where Volkswagen is headed in the future. I've been saying electrification is going to be part of every car company, but I think this plug-in hybrid philosophy is going to have more merit than traditional hybrids. They say you could get 159 equivalent miles per gallon when you use the electric combined with the engine. So pretty impressive numbers. We don't have pricing on it. In Europe, it goes for about 30,000 euros. So definitely a little higher here. I would expect it in the low 30s if they bring it, and I think they will. So essentially you have a GTI here. Looks like a GTI. It handles a lot like a GTI. You have the cool plaid seats, of course, the 4-door hatchback, which makes a lot of sense. You know, what they're trying to tell us with this GTI is, why buy a Prius? It's got a CVT, it's boring. Price-wise, they're going to be about the same when you can get this. So if you compare the Prius plug-in to this vehicle, hands down, this is the car for enthusiasts. But like I've always said, Volkswagen is the car you want to drive. Toyota or Honda, probably the cars you want to own if reliability and high resale value is important. But Volkswagen has a pretty firm philosophy. They're trying to address the needs of enthusiasts, and they want you to enjoy the ride. We've only had the GTE for a short period, about 48 hours. Because it's not a US spec vehicle, they're doing shorter loans through Volkswagen, but very impressed. I've always liked the GTI, I've always liked the Golf. Despite all of their troubles, I still think Volkswagen is one of the most engaging, mass market vehicles you can buy. Mazda is probably a close second, but here in the US, for what we have available, this is still a driver's car. With all their flaws, I think Volkswagen will still come through, but electrification is their future. They've already demonstrated that with the e-Golf. If you've driven the Jetta hybrid, that base engine is the same as in this GTE. The difference is that's a traditional hybrid and this is a plug-in hybrid. And what's great about the plug-in hybrid is that if you have a relatively short daily commute, you may never have to visit a gas station. And when you want to go on a long trip, you have that option. But overall, very engaging. You have paddle shifters. As you can see, it's relatively quick. This will blow the doors off of a Prius plug-in, if that's what you're comparing this to. I like the interior, I like the plaid seats. There's very little not to like about this, but it's kind of irrelevant because it's not a US model yet. Hopefully it will be one, and hopefully it will be priced right. And I think this will really help people forget about all the diesel problems